settler.
Aboriginal. First, original, primitive. Aboriginal people are the first inhabitants of a country. Aboriginal tribes of America. Aboriginal adjective. An original or primitive inhabitant. The first settlers in a country are called Aboriginals.
So the Australia Aborigines weren't discovered until 1606. This means that the first Aboriginals were found in the Americas in 1492. Ancient pyramid city of Kuro Soup in Peru, Quichua, Tawantinsuyu, over 5,000 years old, predated the Egyptian dynasties by 2 millennia. Vichima in Quero, Peru, was one of the major populations of Quero in the Soup Valley during the Norte Chico era. Quero Soup, Norte Chico. This Indian culture flourished during the beginning of the Egyptian dynasties. Cerro Sitchin, known for the hundreds of bas-relief etchings of graphic imagery depicting axe-wielding warriors decapitating and mutilating enemies. The Paracas had extensive knowledge of irrigation and water management, and they made significant contributions in textile arts.
The Paracas candelabra, also called the candelabra of the Andes or the trident of Peru, is a well-known prehistoric geoglyph found on the northern face of the Paracas Peninsula at Pisco Bay in Peru. The reason for the candelabra's creation is unknown to scientists, although it is most likely a representation of the trident, a lightning rod of the god Viracocha, who is seen in mythology throughout South America. This trident was known to the ancient civilizations of Peru and the Vedic people during the Ramayana period. This trident, or the Paracas candelabra, is etched on the mountain of Andes and can be seen really glittering from the sky. It is acting as the compass for the end of the eastern furthest point.
The Chavín of the northern Andean highlands of Peru, known for their construction of temples and their advancements in engineering and metallurgy, successfully cultivating crops including potatoes and maize in the dry, arid climate of the Andean highlands. The Nazca are the archaeological culture known for extremely complex textiles, an array of crafts and technologies such as ceramics and gigantic geoglyphs that can only be fully appreciated from higher altitudes in the sky, with lines stretching 30 miles and biomorphs ranging from 50 to 1,200 feet in length, or about the size of 10 football fields. The Moshe are well known for their high quality of crafts and artwork. The Moshe were specialists in art and craftwork, producing pottery, murals, textiles of cotton and wool, and fashion jewelry and other objects of precious metal. The Moshe used molds to mass-produce pottery, which they decorated with painted scenes of daily life and ceremonies, especially their naturalistic and articulate ceramics depicted their facial features and physiognomy and colorful portraitures. The Moshe were a priesthood culture ruled by priest kings and priestesses. The Moshe daily life included fishing, irrigation of the land to grow crops such as maize, potatoes, cotton, peppers, and peanuts. The Moshe also built a vast ceremonial center containing 2 enormous mud brick pyramids, and several of the Moshe priest kings and priestesses were buried in large tombs near the pyramids.
The collapse of the Wade Empire. At the height of its glory, the Wade Empire dominated most of South America for about 400 years. One of the larger tribes that the Wades avoided for more than 1,000 years was the Moshe tribe. The Moshe tribe had existed in South America for thousands of years. The earliest South American tribes that came to North Africa 7,000 years ago and built ancient Egypt included Moshes. In an epic battle that would forever alter the course of South American and African history, the Moshes defeated the Wades. The Moshe-Wade War was the most defining war not only in South American history, but also in African history. When the Moshes defeated the Wades, they destroyed the Wade Empire. Moshes hated Wades because of their senseless killing of humans for heads. The Moshes went to a lot of trouble to destroy everything that reminded them of the Wade Empire. They also expelled the Wades from South America. Most of the Wades fled to Africa.
I hope that you have been informed by the material and the information, and that you've enjoyed the content and production. Please support the channel. Your support is appreciated in the production of the video presentations.